Hello YouTube. Just thought I'd show you a little bit about my mobile setup for working if I have to work out of the vehicle. I'm currently parked at Walmart here in Merritt Island, and they have really good Wi-Fi signal. I'm able to pick it up from within the vehicle, which means I can work from here. The problem is working, I may be here a while to work, and my laptop would run out of its power. So to offset that, I'm going to go ahead and charge it up while I'm working, as well as charge up my my house battery pack. So to do that, I basically have to start up the vehicle, and I can throw my switch, which will charge the house battery. The problem is, if you've been following along, then you know that my house battery is defective. It's not really holding its charge very well. It's holding enough charge so that I can run the fan here, which I'm running right now. That fan, it's blowing a breeze at me, so that even though it's hot out here, it's bearable because I have a breeze blowing right at me. Probably going to air it out actually in a minute here. I'm going to open the side doors so I get some circulation in here. But I basically have the system set up right now so that I can work. I am generating 120 volt power, which I could go through the inverter here, but it's not working right because the house battery isn't holding its charge. So I could go under the hood. Remember my underhood inverter? I could go through there, but then that's really bad because then I have a power extension cord that runs under my, that I have to take outside, run it through my hood, have the hood popped up, and run the line in here to charge up my laptop. Now I use that system, the underhood inverter, right now for cooking when I need to, because the underhood inverter is 350 watts and my rice cooker is only 300 watts. So it provides just enough power to be able to use it to cook. My laptop, on the other hand here, actually it's a mini notebook. It only requires 33 watts. So I don't really need the underhood inverter to run it. I could probably get one that plugs into the cigarette lighter slot, which is what I've done. Now, I have a 225 watt unit that plugs into there. I don't know if it actually pulls out 225 watts when it's plugged into the cigarette lighter, but it's kind of overkill for the laptop, but it's what I have and it's what I'm going to use. So I plugged that inverter right there into the cigarette lighter, so it's providing me 225 watts, and I'm got it turned on here now, and I've got my laptop power connector here plugged into it, so the laptop is charging. I don't know if you can see the charge light, because I used the laptop last night without it plugged in, and ran down the battery. So right now it's charging up. So the car is turned on, and it's powering the inverter here, this inverter right here, to power my laptop. And meanwhile I have the switch down here, you can't see it here, but under my seat, so that it's charging the house battery. So I'm doing two things at once. And I'm also powering this fan to keep myself cool while I'm working. And this is how I function, or plan on functioning, in pseudo office mode, although this is a mess. I'm going to be cleaning all this out in a moment. You can see my clothes are drying right now. I just washed them at that park in the sink. So they're just hanging, they're just sitting there drying. But I plan on doing some work right now to try to generate some income. So that's what we'll be talking about here in a moment. Okay, as you can see, I've opened up the vehicle completely. I'm not in stealth mode at all right now. Anybody looking in can see that this is not a regular van. I have both side doors open there so that a breeze will blow through the car, and this fan is blowing a cool breeze right at me so I can work, because otherwise it would be unbearable to sit in here and try to work. My brain would not function. So the plan is to actually do some website work on here. As you can see, I have the latest ClickUp, and that is my website for my personal blog. But I'm about to modify it and adapt it so that it will become my store for selling my online photography. I'm planning on putting the photos up there that I shoot each week and making them available for purchase, so that people who like my photography can order the pictures and support me in my endeavor to basically make income on the road and be able to live without resorting to e-begging, which we'll talk about that here in a moment. I've had some friends, as well as people who are watching the YouTube channel and on Facebook ask me why I don't set up a GoFundMe account. That seems to be the latest trend, is for people to basically set up an account begging other people to send them money so they can buy something or do something or travel the world and do all this stuff. While I don't really make judgments towards people who do that, I think it's okay if they want to do it, because no one is forcing anyone else to give them money. Me personally, I feel like that's kind of begging for money. And not that there's anything wrong with begging for money, because there are people who do give money to people who beg, and I don't see anything wrong with that. You know, if somebody has money to give away and they want to give it to somebody who's begging for money, who am I to stop that? But for me personally, I'd rather try to earn my money. I believe that, you know, just because I'm in this circumstance where I was kind of like suddenly, well, not really suddenly, but thrown into or forced into the situation of having to live in a van and making the system work, or making the situation work out, I'm trying not to resort to e-begging. And not trying, I've made a commitment not to resort to e-begging. And if it means struggling, then it means struggling. I believe that I have a decent amount of skill sets that can help me to survive in this situation. And one of it is photography. I'm not like the best photographer in the world, but I think I'm pretty decent. And I'm hoping that the viewers, as well as my friends and people who stumble upon my work, like it enough that they'll actually purchase the work. You know, because in better times, I used to support artists. You know, I would support I support the big labels, you know, the people that are well known, but I also like to support the little guy. The guy who's just struggling, you know, with a weekend musician or whatever, trying to go full-time, or trying to see if there was enough interest in their music. I would buy their records or their CDs or their recordings or their t-shirts and stuff, just to try to support the little guy. So now I'm in kind of the same position. I am not well known or anything, and, you know, my photography isn't that well known, because I don't normally shoot like scenics and stuff, and I mostly shoot glamour models. But I'm switching now to do scenics and nature and stuff like that. Although I might do some people still, maybe some weddings along the way, along the trip, if somebody wants to book me or something. But for the most part, I'll be doing like sunrises, sunsets, scenics, and offering them for sale. It's just one stream of avenue that I hope to use to generate income to keep me going, to pay my bills, pay for gas, just to earn some money so that I can make a living. So if you're interested in this stuff, I'm going to be posting links later in the, I guess the annotations. The links will take you to the latest click, where I will be setting up the website that I'm working on right now. It's not so much a website, the latest click is the website, but I'll be setting up an online store where you can purchase the pictures that I shoot each week. And for those of you who really want to donate and stuff, I'll put a link there too, but my preference would be that, you know, you sponsor me by basically buying my work, because I consider myself an artist first and foremost. So that to me is better than someone just giving me money. Of course, if someone were to just give me money right now, I'd take it, because I'm like completely broke. But that's really something I'd rather shy away or stay away from. I would prefer that I actually earn my keep. So the plan today, because I think the library is closed, I set up a little office, and I'll be working using my notebook here. I've got it set up so I can see, and I'll be using this table and stuff here, and my keyboard, because I like using a full-size keyboard. So I'll be using the keyboard and mouse and whatnot, just as if I was working in an office and designing the online store to market the photos. Thank you for tuning in, and I hope that you'll visit the latest click and purchase one of my images if you like it. If not, that's okay. Not everyone's going to like everything I do. But I appreciate you tuning in and following me. Thank you.